And I think that's if you look at how different companies who operate as per this model, they are able to roll out version changes, bug fixes, patches. Of course, patches only applied. In fact, customer doesn't even need to know all this. Why do I need to know what you did last night? All I know was yesterday there was a bug, today that bug is gone. Or I asked you for a new feature, maybe minor or major or whatever it is. But today is there. So I don't have to pay attention to anything else. All I know is things are there and they are working. And I think that takes a great burden off of the shoulders of the customers. See, SaaS model, when you're charging people for usage, you can bundle your fees whatever way you like. Okay. And this bundling of fees can sometimes take away from transparency, and customers can be a little uneasy about what exactly they are paying for and what form. But it's up to you to make it, more transparent. But at the same time, it's also a great way for you to bundle all your services together. Whereas in the more traditional model, you're selling each one of them separately. And I won't go into all the details here about how you have to worry about the total cost of ownership and how people spend weeks, sometimes months calculating total cost of ownership. And at the end of that, they still aren't sure about whether the TC of this product is better than that product. Here you have one option, which is one number. One number. Every patient, I'll charge you 500 rupees a month. That's all you have to pay. So I think there is an advantage to this model from that angle also. And then initially when you migrate somebody and do data migration, product configuration, these could be additional sources of revenue, etc. And then you're working out of your own site. In the old licensing model where the product is installed at the customer site, your people going to customer site and interacting with customer, like I said, your best programmer probably may not be the best person to interact socially with the customer. But now that person is on your site. He doesn't have to go to the customer site. There is no such thing as a customer site anymore in that, right? So it takes care of some of the traditional services versus product issues. And I think this is a great thing for you. The system doesn't anymore sit at my own site. All the other systems now have to interact with that site, the cloud site, to do all this. So what does that do to my business processes? This is a challenge everybody is facing, and it's going to get worse as we go forward. Now if you're for integration products, or integration software, that can be used by the customers of System 1 or System 3. I think there is a big opportunity there. And then of course, you can offer more services because professional services, configuration, data migration, etc. I have put question marks in front of offering hosting. Hosting services requires the basic infrastructure to be very strong. So that's a question that needs to be answered as to, can we offer infrastructure that is robust enough where you can actually host systems out of India, provide virtually 100% uptime to customers around the world. Remember, you're doing business around the world. In this day and age, nobody knows or cares whether the system is in India or China or US or Britain or wherever else. All I know is there is a system out there on the cloud that I'm using. And when the US is doing roaring business, India is sleeping, and when the US is sleeping, India is doing business. It's round the clock now. The infrastructure has to work round the clock. Okay, in the old days of telecom, so if you are BSNL, we used to actually plot traffic patterns and stuff. And at night when traffic is close to zero, 2 o'clock in the morning and traffic is close to zero. Okay, so that's the time you can do maintenance. You don't have that luxury anymore. The system is always running 60% load. So you have that requires very robust infrastructure. But anyway, so that I think is it. More than happy to have a further discussion, listen to all of your thoughts, and questions and comments.
Page on our Facebook. Please go and like the page so that coordinating the events and communicating becomes easier.
Sahili and Ashutosh and everybody for calling me here, and it was a great pleasure interacting with all of you. Thank you.